Hi, my name is Vishal. I am working at the XenonStack in DataOps team in Azure Squad. Today I will explain you the topic Open Lineage. Open Lineage is an open source software to track the metadata about data, and it gives information to the software engineers to solve their errors. Open Lineage gives us the answer of 5 questions: that where the data came from, where the data is going, who has transformed the data, what transformations has made, and what are the hardwares and softwares included in the process. So let me talk about the time when we have not heard the term Open Lineage. So before Open Lineage, we used to track the metadata through a manually process. We document each step manually, that where the data came from, where the data is going, and what transformations has been. So the manual process is an error-prone process, and there is no standardization in that. So introducing Open Lineage has solved all these problems. Before moving forward, let's do a quick exercise. Think of the time when you had made an important decision on the data and ask yourself that where that data has came from. You probably know that this data is coming from a warehouse or from some team, but where that source is getting their data from, that is the main question. And fortunately, we don't have to do this manually all the time. Open Lineage will solve all this problem. Open Lineage will track the metadata and all the information, all the transformations, and where the data is going. And that information is stored in the data catalog and given to the data engineers. Let's take a quick example. Suppose there is a data of the customers for an e-commerce company. That is a huge data set, and the data is coming from the various sources like social media or web forms. So the data is then transformed, some cleaned up, and then it is stored in a central data lake. So to track this flow of the data, that data source and the data destination, and what transformations has made, Open Lineage will track all this and store this data in a data catalog. Then the data catalog is used by the different teams in the company, like the marketing team will use that data to visualize and analyze the customers' behaviors and preferences, and the sales team use that the best product we are selling. Different teams can use data lineage to improve their processes like data management, data analytics, and data governance. Now let's take a look at the implementation. I have implemented Open Lineage with Marquees, and I have created the 2 tags directly assembling tasks. One is counter and one is sum. Counter is used to create a table and insert the row in the table, and sum generate 2 random numbers and do the sum and store that in the table. And I have collected that metadata through Open Lineage, and I am presenting that in the UI Marquees. The Marquees run on the port 3000, and these are the Marquees UI, and this is showing the process we are going through. This is the metadata that it is collecting. These are the jobs that we are executing, like we are creating a table, and these are the data sets that are generated. Firstly, if it will create a table, and then it will insert sum if it doesn't exist, like this is showing. And other one is this is also showing a JSON that contains the data source URL, producer, schema URL, all the information that is required in the metadata. And other is this is showing the column lineage. Column lineage, like information of all the columns that are present in the table. The value and the fields are present in the table. Like this we can see the schema and the fields it is showing, and the URLs. It has also created a SQL command that is showing that inserting the sum into the tables that if it doesn't exist. Now this is the same implementation that I have integrated Open Lineage with the Airflow. It is running on the port 1880. This is the Airflow UI, where I am running the same code with the 2 tags, that is counter and sum, which is creating a table and inserting a sum in it by generating 2 random values. So this is showing the 2 counters that are running, and This is also showing the states that run, is it running or not, is it in running state, is it in success, and also showing the last run, that last run is executed, last insert is executed, and the recent task. And we have set is the auto refresh, that we don't have to trigger by ourselves, it will trigger automatically. We have seen these two DAGs. Now let's see what is inside the DAG and what this Airflow will show us. So I have selected this counter DAG, and in this counter DAG, it's showing the information that total success, that the total success runs, the first run, the last run, and the durations, minimum durations, maximum durations, and also the total task it is doing. Like the counter is first creating a table and then inserting rows in it. So this is the total task it is doing, and it is doing a Postgres operation like storing a table in the Postgres. That is doing, and here we can see the graph. If the row don't exist, it will insert a row in the table. We can also show, see this, that this green will show that running, this success, the green will show the success shutdown speed. We can just see the color, and this will give us all the information about the counter, and this will give the information of the metadata. So this will show the information of the metadata of our counter, that are DAGs. Now let's check out the graph option we have here. So this is the graph which is showing the process we are executing, that if not exists, it will insert a row in the table. So it is showing like this, the task ID, that is insert, the operator, Postgres operation, time, started, ended, trigger rules, all success. This is the information it's also showing, and it is the color we can guess if the information is in process, running, and it is over. So this we have seen all the metadata collected by the Lineage and visible on the Airflow and also on the marquees. Now let's talk about the use cases of the Lineage. The first one is data lineage visualization, which we have just seen now. The visuals we are making with the collecting the metadata, and we can integrate it on the marquees and the Airflow, and these data flows can help us to define the flow of our processes to our stakeholders. The next step is the data quality and debugging. By collecting the metadata at every step, we can ensure a high data quality. We can check where the data quality is compromised, and we can use that metadata to optimize our processes. Data discovery. The Lineage can help in enhance the data discovery. A user can search the data based on the lineage. That will help to know about the transformations in the data on the complex data sets. The next point is performance optimization and governance. By collecting the metadata through Lineage, we can optimize the performance and governance. Like we can check where our issues have occurred and where the performance is lagging, and we can improve that. And this is same with the security also. We can check where our security issues have occurred. The metadata will tell us where our security is lagging, and we can improve that. Now let's talk about the advantages of Lineage. By collecting the metadata through Lineage, we can get more knowledge of our data pipelines. We can know our pipelines more better. Like we can improve our data quality, we can discover the data, we can improve our data governance in the pipelines, and we can also debug our pipelines. We can check where our issues are occurring, and we can resolve that. Lineage helps the customer to know their data better, taking less time in getting insights from the data, visualizing the metadata of their data for their growth. In the experimental Saturday task, I have got the opportunity to learn about the Lineage. As a data engineer, it helped me a lot. Collecting the metadata about the data and visualizing it helped me to know the data better, to get my pipelines better, and it takes less time to getting the insights from the data. That helped me a lot. Thank you for watching this video.